that usually drain the battery very quick. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay. All right. So are we together? I've shared my screen. Okay, I've shared it. You can just find it and please join us. Kindly join my screen. Okay, well, the last time I joined your class, I couldn't follow through, and it really pained me. That night I was occupied. So the day you are setting up these on.io and the likes, so it really gave me a tough time. So, okay, what we are basically doing here is we want to create this workflow together from the trigger to the Daniel, from the trigger to the messaging, assigning, and Tani, yes, sir. Yes, ta ló wà ń bẹ̀? Mo busy ni, mo ní class kan. Mo ṣe class mi. Nígbà kó sùn. Please, sorry for the interruption. I'm sorry for the interruption, please. So, so as you can see on the screen, I already told you yesterday I did some wuru to ensure everybody will be able to at least get some this thing work for them. So that's why I just like find a shortcut, and I'm so glad it's finally worked, and we are able to put it into the workflow, and it works as expected. So instead of getting the onta.io API, which is requesting for a work email, the clear bits, and the likes. So since I see the stress is going to be much, especially for we that do not have work email, somebody like me. So it is going to be a very lot of stress saying you want to create a work email, do this, blah 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 blah. So the stress might have even got you off of creating what you want to do. So that's why I kind of forge something that can be in place, that can be used in place of it. But please, I implore everyone to please just learn how it works. Learn how it works. It is not hard. So you just have to get a work email for you to be able to use it. To use onta.io API. So Boss Abe is here. You can take us that. You can take us a class on that after we finish this one. So and how to use Clearbit, onta.io, which one again? Non-verify, IP info, which one is the last one? Genderize. So those API. So what they do is you just use them to enrich the data you got from your customer. So and the enriching means you want to ensure this is a real email, like it is actually working and it has some data attached to it. So that is what the enrichment is doing, which is what we escape here. We are not taking it to their end. I just created this, which is giving us a similar result. To okay. Let me execute the node. So it is giving us a mistake. Sorry, please. Let me refresh this here. So already I forgot I mistakenly initiated the trigger from my typhoon. So come on. So I already mentioned my network might be a little bit slower today. So you just bear with me. And okay. So uh, I want to get all the data to be ready for us to use. So I'm executing the workflow.
Confirm that you're recording.
What do you say?
Please reconfirm you are recording.
Yeah,
Just
it
check.
is on the screen. You can see it up here. You can see it counting, right? So that is it. I'm recording already. Okay. So I've run it. I've run it now and it's worked successfully. So let me show you what my own forged data. So I pray FBI doesn't come and catch me for this. So I forged data. So the lead form you are going to create, you will request for this data from the lead. So when they fill it up, you are going to connect it to hunter.io. It is going to check the validity of the email for you. So if it is valid, you see invalid. If it is and if it is valid, you see valid, invalid. So this is the score we actually want to set up. I want us to understand what I did here. So and if you take it to Clearbit API, it's going to give you something like this: the company name and the size of the company. So you say I generated it, and if you took it to genderize, it is just going to give you the gender of the person, and the IP info will give you the country and the city. So I'm not really sure whether this is the entire data that you are going to have when you take it through the API, but this is what we are concerned with concerning the setup we need. And non-verify is going to verify the phone number. So Oga Ibe, I know you did this. You did this. Please, is this outcome similar to what you got from what you run, Boss Abel?
Your yeah,
All right, thank you. So
screen is a bit blurry
my screen.
on my end.
Oh my God! Please,
But were you able to do your
what was I able to do? What
clear bit enrichment?
I did not run any enrichment at all. So I just forged all the data you are seeing here. I forged them. So I want it to
Oh,
be
okay.
something that everybody can use. So after this class, I will share this the data I use here. So anybody that is interested will get it and use it to run their own workflow as well. So I just want to be
Okay, this is
sure.
okay now. It's okay.
All right, boss. So okay, so I believe we can proceed then. So since they've test to it that it is similar to what was gotten from the APIs, so that means we are safe with this. So and after the okay, we are just going to do a brief introduction, then we are going to build this together from the beginning to the end. So after you've gotten the data, the client submitted their data into the form. You take it through the enrichment channels, hunter.io, Clearbit. So this is not how you do it. So you have to use each node for each of them. So but since I am maneuvering all those, so that's why I'm just using the code. So this is the results you will get when you go through the enrichment. So and it is the result that we actually want to use for this workflow. That is why I'm saying we will just work with this guy and we take it into the workflow and get it to set up uh, our automation. So and again, what we should notice, if you are working with anybody, if you are working with maybe a firm or a company, so you want to set the automation for them. And once you set it up, you are giving it to them. You are not the one monitoring it for the company, or maybe a client or a lead said you should create something like this for them. So please, we should know that because I just discovered recently as well. So you want to all the data you are going to be using to set up the stuff are not going to be your own. So you don't use your data. For example, now this Google Sheet I use, it is created with my Gmail account. So if you are creating for them, you are going to use their own Google Sheet. You get access to their sheets and you use it to set the automation workflow. So you're looking at this now. You see, they give you access to get all these guys. So you can see you know how to you just learn how to collect this guy. I don't know it yet, but I know these are something you will be using if you are working with external thing. So so if you are using this authentication, you see it is directly to your Google that was signed in on your PC or whatever, or your browser. And if you are working for somebody, they will not give you their mail because you want to set an automation for them. So they will now give you access to sign into their mail. That is rare. So that's why we should just know, okay, if you are working for people, they will just give you access through their setup. Maybe you will know how to set it up, then you teach them, okay, set it up from your end. Now you send me this key, This key is what you are going to connect to this node. You connect it to this node. So for it to, now once you connect it, all the setup that is on the Google Sheet, which the key was generated from, will be showing up here. So all everything you are seeing here is what was created on my own Google Sheet. That's why we have it. So that's just a side talk actually. I just want to call our attention to that. So once you enrich your data, you take it to, okay, there is something we will be discussing after this class, boss email. So I don't know if you, because it was yesterday I later discovered it, so I did not notice before. So it's like at this duplication stage, so it's like they said we should take the data and go and check. We should check the sheet for database. So if the data exists before, so we are not going to create, we are not supposed to update it. We should update it. We should notify the team that, okay, this data is there before. Now there is something else the person is sending, so like they should come and check it by themselves. I think that is what was in the assignment write up. So if I read that correctly, so but I saw it yesterday and I was like, I was a little bit confused on how to go by that. So but after the class, please, boss Abel, if you know how to work with that, I would like you to just shed more light on that. So for mine, what I did is actually I was trying to like deduplicate, whereby I'm not going to register a Gmail, an email account. I'm not registering it twice. So what I did in my own setting is that I used create or update. So append or update. So if the email exists, that means it is just going to update the row. It is not going to create another one for the mail. And if it is not there, it will append it and join it to the one that is existing on the sheet before. So though I'm a little bit having fear concerning what you want to do, because all these data are already on, okay, I might try to pull up a trick. So because all these data are already on the sheets I'm going to use for this setup again, so everything I sense will not be showing because they are there before, to just be updating. So maybe I'll try and look for an alternative. So okay, let us not waste time on this. So we are just doing a brief introduction before we proceed to the setup. So now after you deduplicate the data, so we are meant to create an agentic routing. So you see the routing here, we have one, two, and three. So please, we are hearing a little boy's voice. Please, whoever is in charge of that should kindly mute himself or herself. Please, the voice is disturbing the class. So now from here they say we should assign the new leads. You should assign them to what? The sales team. And we have two sales team. We have the senior and the junior. So from the assignment they say we should assign those company with larger employees to the senior sales manager, and those with smaller to the junior sales manager, as you can see here. So once you assign it to them, you send a message to them on Telegram. So this is for, and after you send the message, you create a Trello board for them, which is a, okay. So let me not waste time. So and if the enrichment stage, while you are enriching for the hunter.io or whatever fails, this is why you are seeing the third exit. So you should notify them on their Slack channel that, okay, I was trying to enrich an email, but it seems the email has few error. Kindly come and check it out by yourself. Sorry. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Please help me check for the person's name, please. So I'll come and mute him. Then after you finish the assigning, we want to record the data on our CRM database. So in the assignment they ask us to use HubSpot. Please help me check the person's name. Wait, what is the person's name? Let me just mute him from here. Is it Ibrahim? I think it is this Ibrahim. My data is slow today. I don't think he is the one. Okay, I've seen it. Because I know I'm hearing an Hausa voice. So I've muted the person. Let me unmute this Ibrahim. Sorry, boss. So I thought you are the one. So so if he is disturbing you, you can mute it from your end. So I muted him from my end actually. You will still be hearing his voice. So for the year table, we want to update our CRM record after you send the message to the sales team. So you want to update your CRM record, which is our Airtable we are using instead of HubSpot, which we were told to use. And the reason why I switched to Airtable, you can see the HubSpot here. So I was using HubSpot initially, but it was giving me an error while I tried to run the node 2 or 3 more times. So it was like it was telling me I'm sending too much requests. So that was why I was like, let me pack up this guy and just go with Airtable since they are doing the same thing. Though they have few similarities. So I will still employ you on this. Learn how to use it. Learn how to use HubSpot. So you never can tell what is the requirement going to be when you are working with someone. So just learn how to set it up. So I actually set up mine, but I won't be able to show you how it looks like. So it's a little bit different from Airtable. So that's why I urge you to go and check out to use it. So after you created the data into after you log the data, so and again if you are logging your data into your CRM, you don't want to update the data twice. So that's why you can see I'm using create or update a record. So after that, you send a message to their Slack team. So the firm you are creating this automation for, try to understand it that way. This is meant for what? A firm. The automation you are seeing on the screen is not for us. You are not the one that want to use it. You want to give it to a client that you work for. So now this Airtable will be their Airtable. This Slack message channel will be their Slack channel. So please note that. So now you want to update them, and you can see I'm passing another error exit here, which is what they said that okay, or in the assignment they said we should retry. If you are trying to log the data into Airtable and it fails, you can see it here, CRM entry, create or update contact in HubSpot. So whenever you are seeing HubSpot, please replace it in your head with Airtable because we are working with Airtable now. So but they say we should update contact in HubSpot. If it fails, you can see if the API fails, that means if you send it to the you want to update the record and the node is sending back error, they say we should retry it twice. So you are not just going to be like, okay, once it fails, let the node stop. Because if the node should stop, that means this automation is not going to work and all the other data that are coming will not be able to pass through. So instead of it to stop and show error, they said we should retry it twice. So once it fails the first time, the data will still try and go again. The node will run it by itself. It will go again. So retry twice before login failure. So let me show you how I did it here. So are we even supposed to? But if I should just start and creating, so it might seems ambiguous. That's why I'm like trying to do the briefing. So okay, so now this is the setup. So but that condition you are going to set it up here, you say you should retry it twice before you will now log failure. So after retrying, you are still not going to let the error shut down the node. So you still log it out as what? As an error. But you retry it twice. So this is why you see retry on fail. If it fails the first time, it retries the second time, then it retries again twice. Then after okay, this one you are seeing here is like after each retry, you need to retry the first time, so it's wait for 3000 milliseconds, which is 1000 divided by 3000, which is 3 seconds. It is wait for 3 seconds, and if on error, like after retrying 2 times, it is still bringing back error, like it is not updating, you are now going to set this on to what? Continue using error output. So that's why you are seeing two exits from my Airtable here. So this is the error output. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Can I quickly chip something? Go
Oh
back to
yeah,
that your retry.
this guy. All
Yeah,
right. Okay. Yeah, this is it.
yeah.
All right.
How many is there? I don't know. My screen is all clear. Is it
Okay,
two?
this is 2 years, two.
Okay, so you have to make it three.
Like they said we should try it twice. You get?
Yeah. So the way anything works is the
Okay,
first try
okay,
counts as one.
okay, okay,
The retry counts as the second one. The last retry counts as the third one.
okay. So now it is going
So
to be
mass
three
try
here.
goes to the eight.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you for that. So that means we are going to be using three here, right?
Yeah.
So though we set it up normally, I'm not going to execute it because it will like change everything I have set. So that's why I don't. So we are starting the new creation. So from start we build together and we see how it is being set up. So for everybody to see how it is done. So that's why I have the boss here. So now after the arrow, so you can see the arrow exit is now going into what the Slack team. So once it is failing, you send a message to them that okay, I'm trying to update something here which is failing. So notify them on their Slack channel. They will now come and check it by themselves manually. So there is a message I compose for them here. So and then the last route here is like okay, we want to use an if node, which when you are giving the form they are going to be filling up, you should make the request like okay, or maybe you say okay you want their name, email, phone number. Now you are going to create a space for do you want demo. So you create something like that. If they say yes, so that means the request for demo. So if they say no, that means they don't want demo. So that is what this node is now going to be working on. So those people that requested for demo, those that requested for demo, you want to send a demo email to them, and those that do not want a demo, you send a thank you message to
Okay.
them. And after the first thank you message, they said as it was said here, sorry, okay, so you can see they said follow up sequence, the follow up email you want to send. So you send the first one on the first day when they registered, they receive a thank you email as showing interest in the product or service. Then after they said day three, so you see they omitted the one, two, and three. So that means nothing is going to solve. You send nothing, you are not going to send any follow-up message until the third day. So they now say if no status update, send reminder email. So send another email if there is no status update. So you can say if reply or CRM update occurs. So actually I did not use this reply. I just work with the CRM update, which is in the year table. So if there is update in the CRM, so sequence stops automatically. So that means if the CRM or okay the status, so in our CRM I created a place which is for status, and what it does is okay, let me show you how it is here. Okay, this is 5:30 so you can see the status. So once a sales team is attending to a what is it called the new lead, so they come here and change it from new to in progress. So and they will be doing the same thing in their Trello as well. But what we are now setting up here is that okay, we wait, you can see the wait node for 3 days. So after the third day, you go into the year table CRM to collect all the data. Now all the data that is in the CRM in the year table, so you can see search node, we are using a search node here. So we are using a search node for Airtable for us to get all the data that is currently on the table at this moment after the third day. So once you get the data, now it is going to search this okay, this if node is now going to go into this output from Airtable. So you can see what we need is the status, right? So if the status is still new, if it is still new, that means the lead has not been updated as mentioned here. Where it's so as here, so you can see if no status update. Okay, if okay CRM update occurs, if it occurs, so the sequence is going to stop. That means if it does not occur, the sequence is going to continue and proceed by sending another email. So I'm using the CRM update. So if it checks, okay, now this is it. I focus on this status. So this status, if it is still new, that means the lead has not been attended to by any sales or team. So that means we'll be sending a new message to the lead. The format of the message will just determine okay, what do you want the lead to do. So that one is just left to you to decide what you want them to do at your own end. So but once you map it. Now I'm using an if node. So that means if the status is still new, if it is still new, that means it should be true. It should come out through the true exit. So if it is not new, maybe they've changed it to in progress or acquired, so whatever they change it to, it is going to come out through the false exit. So and we need to work on those ones that come out from the true exit, those that come out, those that their current status is still new as we set it up. So they are the ones to receive the follow-up message. So those ones that are not new, you leave them the way they are. So that is what this if node is doing. So now let us start and create this sheet. Okay, I just pray the time is enough for us and my system do not crash because it is giving me some sound already and fear is in my body. Okay, sorry. I want to try and move this guy up. Okay. Alright, because we just be following and be doing it. We'll be taking it from here and putting it down here. So okay, for the trigger, we are expected to use a type form, right? So we are expected to use a type form, or alternatively you can use a Google form. So whenever they are telling you to ask people to fill up a form to trigger a workflow, so you can use type form like this, or you can also use Google form. I even prefer Google form because that one, this type form, it has limits to what you can use without upgrading. So if you use Google form, you can set it up and like several, you can use it for thousands of people without it stopping.
No, please, excuse me, please. I have an issue with Google Form.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't
Can you,
get Google Form trigger
yeah, there is a
on my
logic.
own on my
Yeah,
own n8n. How do I
yeah,
go
yeah,
about
yeah.
it?
There is a logic you are going to use if you want to use Google Form. So you create the form. Once you create the Google form, it is not here. You create it in that Google side. You go to the Google form, create a form. So once you created the form, you now connect it to a sheet. You connect. I cannot explain it here actually because of time. You see, we have a lot to explain here. So, but once you create the form, you connect it to a sheet. In here now, there is a sheet trigger. So I'm coming. Let me check it. Oh, I think I've used it before. Okay. Oh my god. So you can see this is the sheet trigger. So you now connect the form to this, you connect the form to the sheet. So the sheet you connected to the form will now be the trigger for the flow. So that is how it works. But we cannot do it now. Please, we cannot do it now. That is how you are going to do it, sha. So you are not going to be using the form to trigger this stuff. You use the sheet, but the sheet will be updated when they fill the form. Like, I don't know, maybe you get the logic. So once they fill the form, it will get to the sheet, and once it get to the sheet, this automation is going to start working. So that is just a brief explanation on that. So okay, after this guy now, this the code I use here, all the code I input inside this guy, I will send the file. So if you want to use what I used, if you want to also use the same thing, you just copy and paste it. So this is what I'll be doing now. So I'm copying this guy. I've copied it. So you also get the file and you copy it. But if you have access to a work mail, so we are using a code, right? So if you have access to a work mail, you can create the hunter.io and the likes. So but if you know, oh, I did not even connect it. Did I even connect? Sorry, I'm lost. So you come here and you connect it. I was connecting to something else. Oh, top. So now you come to this code in JavaScript. So and you want to paste everything you copy. You want to paste it here. Now we can execute this guy. So you see the outputs coming out. No, so you can just see it is as easy as this. But if you are using hunter.io, it is not as easy as this. You have to set it up. So maybe Boss Abel is going to fix another class to explain that. So because I don't have a work mail, I can't See, I cannot explain that. So that means we have completed the enrichment stage with what we've done here. So try and be following. We've completed the enrichment stage based on the explanation I gave when we started. We've completed the enrichment stage. Now we are now proceeding into what? Into recording these in our general database. Like the general database in this sense is what we are using Google Sheets for the general database. So that means we want to store every data. So let me do this now because um I'm feeling if I should my network is slow honestly. So okay, so because if I should be using the one I used before, nothing is going to show up here, and it might be like what are we creating? So I want the stuff to be showing up. So let me create. Okay, no, this is not what I want to do. Let me duplicate this guy first of all. So for me to have all the headings. You see, my system is doing me one kind already. So now you have the copy here, but I want to delete all the data. I want to delete all this data from the board. I only need the headings. So now I have the headings for this new Google Sheet. Let me name it as a diversity something. Diversity with five. Now, so you see the name here. This is the name of the document we want to connect, and this is the name of the sheet I want to use. Now let's go back to anything. You have to come and create this before you will connect it. So don't think it is going to come up by itself. So you need a sheet, right? Sheet, Google Sheets, and we want to create or update. So we want to create or update. Okay, append or update. Oh, it's like my eye is seeing double already. Wetin dey sup? Okay, this is it. So you want to append or update. You click on this. We have the input. So this is what we are going to map. So I've connected my Google Sheet already. So it is showing. Then the document. So I want to append or update from list. What is the name? I said diversity with 5, right? Oh no, I have to. So sure. Then the list, okay, this is it. Diversity with 5. So this is the sheet. So this is the document name and this is the sheet name. So don't get yourself confused, please. So and we said map each column manually. So column to match on. We said we want to append or update. So if you want to update, that means you don't want to if a certain data is existing before, you don't want to uh, put it again inside the what inside the sheet. So you can only update what is in the row, but don't record another row for it. Now, so what are we going to be using to map? That is why we need something unique from the data we have here for it to be the key factor to check for while we are checking the sheet. So that's why I used email. So I used email. So and what is going to be in the email here? So look at what I did. I used email. So that means for this sheet to register anything, it will check what is in the email feed. It will check it off, and if it discover any of the mails which I'm using here that it has existed before, it is not going to add it into the sheet again. Instead, it can update maybe the person's name or their phone number. If they change it, maybe they fill the form again, but it is not going to create another row for them based on the email they've dropped before. So now we have the email. See, the time is running very fast. Okay, I mentioned this yesterday. Maybe I should do it now. Let me create first name and second name. Insert column. Is it column? Okay, let's say left. First name. So I want to do it differently today. First name. Okay, let me just say first name, and this guy will now be last name. So you create this by yourself. I've already told us. So then go back to anything. If you update anything in your stuff, just come here and refresh. You can see it here. So you refresh for you to get the new data on your Google Sheet. So you can see the first name and last name are now showing. So you can map them one after the other now. First name and the last name from the form. So these are data from the form. So the form they filled, you ask for their first name, you ask for their last name. So we are getting the data, phone number, gender. We go to genderize. So we have their gender here. And the city, you go to IP info, right? Okay, that city I said we're supposed to use country, but since I've used city, let me just put the city here, which is city 1. And what again? Demo request. So if they requested for demo, it is going to be in the form details. Demo, okay, this is it. So demo request, and the company name will be with Clearbit, right? Okay, so the company name, then the company size. Yeah, so we are done. Let us now execute the node and see whether it works. So now it has updated all the 30 outputs. You can see the 30 here. So 1, 2, 3. So based on the code, I have 30 data. So which we are using, we are working with. So if you check your Google Sheet now, you have all the 30 here. And if you execute the node again, nothing is going to change here, because what we are mapping with this email. So if you execute it 20 times, nothing is going to change. Since the email has already existed, nothing will change. So I don't know, maybe we'll be able to set this up with the time we are having now. So after the Google Sheet, now we are now taking the 3 routing, right? So one for assigning, the other one for CRM record, and the last one for Gmail. So please let us just try as much as possible to make it as quick as we can. So this one we want to do what? We are using a switch node. So we want to switch it, and what we are switching is we want to assign for what? A senior sales manager, junior sales manager, and the last one, we have 3 exiting, what I showed you before. The last one will be for the enrichment. If after they submit their form, the enrichment you did failed, so that is why you have the third one. So if it fails, you don't want the lead to waste away. You now bring them to the sales Slack channel. Okay, this guy, we don't know whether he's legit or not. Please go and check him up. Maybe it's a scam. So that's why we are doing this enrichment. So now what we are mapping here is what okay, for the senior manager, they said we should use a company size, which is if the company size is more than 50. If it is more than 50, you assign him to a senior staff. And if it is lower than, so you can see, if it is more than 50, the employees in the company, that is the company size, you assign the company to a senior sales manager. That means you are prioritizing that lead. Their company has a very, like, they had large money to invest in what they are trying to sell to them. So if they have company employees lower than 50, just give one sales rep to attend to them. If you can close them, to no wahala. If you cannot close them, na wahala. But for a senior sales, you have experience, you'll be able to close well. That's why they are assigning it to the senior. And what we want to check here is the company size. So that is what we are using. But they said 50, but the data I generated, the band of separation for this data is, I think, 65. So I am not able to use 50 for my own. I use 65 instead. And here they said greater than, right? So if it is greater than, so you should come and put the it's greater than. So I use 65 for my own band, and you can rename it as the senior. Oh my god, please, we just have to senior manager. We have to be quick. So after you are done, that is the first, then you add another route. So because this one is the first one that goes out, you want 3 to come out. So we are having the second one. You still pick the company size. The company size, you put it here. Then you said equal to or less than. So if it is equal to 65 or less than 65, that means a junior sales rep can attend to the lead. I think we are on the same page. So he's going to attend to them, and we have the third one for failure in enrichment. And this is what we use the the data from what is it called, hunter.io. So this is where we are before. You want to go back to pick something from hunter.io. Click on this drop down. So then you go here. You see hunter.io outcome here. So you can see it says invalid for some of the emails and some are valid. So now you pick this hunter.io guy, you put it here, and you now say is equal to, if it is equal to invalid, that means it fails. The enrichment was not successful. Maybe the guy hunter.io do not recognize his email, so that is why it is saying invalid. So now you now put invalid here. Note the case, the letter case, so it is in small letter. It should also be in small letter for it to work normally. And now we can say, okay, do we need, okay, let us just rename it as fail enrich, fail enrich. And so you can toggle these convert types. So what he is doing is anything that is here, because some of them are in boolean something, so it gives me some issue while I was running my node. So you can also toggle it and you execute the step. So we want to have the output. So you see there is still an error. This guy is saying fail enrich, nothing is coming out of here, and we are supposed to have few things coming out of there, because this is invalid, right? Are we supposed to be doing this? I don't know what the issue is right now. I'm coming. Here is string. Honestly, I don't know. I did not try it before. So had this been I tried it before, I would have prepared for this. So I don't want it to be a delay. So but nothing is coming out. That is why I was surprised. So something's supposed to come out. Or maybe I should try and put the, let me try and put this guy. Whether that is the issue. Yeah, I don't know. But if it is not coming out, I will not try again. We just keep on, we will move on. So it is not coming out. See, just try. If you want to check it out, you can use your own chat GPT to check it, sha. But my own, I'm not getting the,
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry, boss.
yeah, I'm with you, boss.
Can you click in this FX? Let's see the output.
Here, is it here?
Click inside. Yeah, after the curly brace,
This place, right?
click inside. Yes, click there.
Yeah, this is it.
Invalid.
So I don't know what
Okay.
is wrong with it that it is not still showing, because
So if it's equal to invalid,
yeah,
it's true.
yeah. So that means something's supposed to come out of it, because few of them are invalid. But let's just leave it for now, please. Let us just
So
leave it.
put not invalid. Put not invalid.
If I should put not invalid,
It's not.
nothing is still going to come out. If I said not invalid, right? Nothing is going to come out of it, because the it is not going to be
That's
equal
all.
to,
That's all I mean.
okay, like
The
what?
assignment
I don't get.
is not. This is equal to. It's not equal to.
Okay, it's not equal to.
Let's change this. Mm.
Okay, this is not going to still not coming out. Let's just leave it. So let us leave it. So you can try and
Okay.
troubleshoot that individually. You can do that individually, please. So to just save our time. This is almost 6 already. I have less than. Yeah, boss. I'm
Mi-
with you, sir.
mi- m-
I'm with you, sir.
Hassan.
Yeah, I'm
Mr.
with you, boss.
Hassan,
Yeah, yeah. I can hear you. Please, please.
please,
All right. What? What? I can't hear you.
please, where can we get the recording from? Because my battery is very down, so that in
Yeah.
case my phone goes off, I can easily access the
Okay. The
recording.
thing is, the recording I'm uploading it in my YouTube. So, but I have a link which I normally drop. You have access to it in the drive. You get it from drive. So from the drive you see a PDF. Open the PDF. You see the link to the video, or instead you might send me a DM. I can send you the video link directly. So that is one of the two options. That maybe you just send me a DM, message me, I'll send the video link directly to you once I'm done with the conversion and the likes. So,
Okay, okay,
all right, welcome. So
okay. Thank you
now
so much.
you're welcome. We want to send message to Telegram. So what we are doing is we are sending message to the senior manager. So now we want to send a message. Send message. Uh, Message. Where are you? Okay, a text message. So and if you are sending text message through Telegram, you need a bot. You need a bot. So and the bot, if you are creating it for them, this is what I'm saying now. If you are creating it for them, you want to create a bot for their company, tell them, show them how to create it, or you can create it for them. You name it their company's name, and these what actually is working here is that this bot is what I connected here. So we connect it through a token. We connect. So now this chat ID is where the bot will now be sending messages to. So that means this ID must be for the senior manager of the company. You get his chat ID, you put it here. So that means the bot will be sending message to his DM directly. But before you can receive the message, the bot must have sent a DM to him before, or maybe he has sent a DM to the bot before for this automation to work. So now, and let me copy my ID from here. Let me copy my chat ID from here, which I used. Okay, where is it? Okay, this is it. So let me even copy the message format because you don't want to be doing all this one by one. So you will be doing this by yourself, please. So the chat ID, the chat ID. Okay, so this is the chat ID to my own Telegram. So for them, you'll be getting for their what? Their okay. Change this to expression. Change this guy to expression. Then uh the message I copied. I've already copied the message. So and you can see it here. Which one is undefined again? Okay, the first name and the last name I changed. Okay, so you can just pick it differently first. You can pick it one after the other. Hey, are we going to meet up like this? Hey, I'm just I'm just having this fear of the time because first name and you pick the last name as well, you put it here. So that means, but after the first name, you put a space, then you take the last name. So that means it will be sending the first name and the last name together for this email. So you can, for this message, you can see this is the output. This is how it will look like: first name, last name, blah blah blah. And I'm putting the Google Sheets here, Google Sheets link here. So for him to go and check the Google Sheets directly. So then we execute the node. Oh, I supposed to limit this because all this is going to my Telegram. So you see everything has been sent to my Telegram, and this is the detail of the message. So that means it works. If yours is not working, you should find what is wrong. And after you send message to the senior manager, they said you should what? Create a Trello board for the senior manager. But you know we are having 15 data coming out of this Telegram node. I want to reduce it because I don't want it to be too much. Ah, I remember something now. I promised to show us how to create the Trello, but I don't think this time is going to be enough. So I want to limit what is going to be created on my Trello. I'm limiting it to 5. So I limited it to 5. That means I will only be creating 5 cards on my Trello board. So and this is what a Trello board look like. This is what it looks like. You can see everything that is here is a board. This is a list on a board, this is another list on a board, and this is another list, and on it are cards. These are cards. So something like this, you can see it is movable. They can move it from here to here, but you create this thing for them. You create everything that is here. You create this list for them: new lead, in progress, and acquired. If you notice, it is in relation with what we did in our CRM, the Airtable we created. It is the same thing. So I believe you should be able to do this, but if it is not something we can do, maybe I will try to find a time and make a video on how you can do it. Because to connect it, you need this ID, this list ID. You are going to use the list ID to connect this guy. I don't even know, maybe mine is still there. So because if it is not there, okay, let me try this. Let me open it. I'm coming. So this is the okay. I still have my ID, sha. Thank God. Thank God, because I've been feeling like maybe we have to go through the long route. So, but sha, I will try and create the video on how to do it. If it is something you don't know how to do, but if you want to see it, I don't know, maybe I watch some videos and read some files before I get it, sha. So you can also give it a try. Then you create a card. You want to create card for the new lead inside the Trello board. So that's why we are saying Trello account. I've connected my account. So to connect your account, okay, actually this is kinda long. So you want to connect your account, you get a API key. This API key, you get it from your Trello and the API token. So you get it to connect the Trello with your n8n. And what we are doing is a card. We are creating a card where the list, that list ID I copy. So that is the list. So now for the card name, what is going to be there? You can say something like senior. Okay, let's say new senior, because we are assigning this to a senior manager, right? So for it to be unique, let us take the lead name. I did this is the way I did mine. So you can come here and take their name. Let us take their name. You can say this is his name. So for it will just be on the stuff like that. That's how it will show on your Trello. So okay, let me stop like this so that it will be a little bit different from what I did before. So now the description is what description do you want to show? I don't know. I did not copy this guy, but I don't want to start typing. So, but okay, what this description means is it will show the data. So you can say name. Like if they click on the card, it will show the details. So you want to bring their name, put it here. So I will show you how it looks. I will show you how it looks. So okay, you see, rushing can be. So I will say, let me just put name and city in the okay, no, let me put company size. So company size, because we are sending it to a senior manager, so for him to know what is their company size. So let me now take the company size here and drop it. So I've set it like this. So that means if I execute this node, I'm running with. Wait, okay. I want to see why am I having 15 items. So this limit is giving me 5 items, right? So I want to send out these 5 items into my Trello. Let us check. This is the Trello. So any new leads I'm adding is going to be added here. You can see the last person we have is senior last 16, and we have here we have new senior last 16. Now let me now execute this node, so and see whether it works or not. So 603. All right. So that means it said it's executed successfully. Okay, but you don't need to check it here. Let's just go to the back end and see whether, or front end rather. So okay, you can now see back. So we are saying it's new senior. This is just their first name, which I use to differentiate. Now if you now click on it, it will show the details I set for them. So you can see this is the name and this is the company size, which I put in the description. So once they click on it like this, they will see the descriptions. And if they are working on it, you can carry it from here and put it here. You see, ba? This is how they move it. So what they have to put into their mind is when they move a lead from here to here, they should also go to their here table, this here table, to also do the same thing and toggle it from new to what the in progress. So I did not even bother myself to see whether this is something that should be but I don't know whether it is automated. It is something you can automate or not, because I don't know whether there is connection between Trello and this guy. But sure, Okay, we've done this guy. So the same thing. We are doing the same thing for the junior. So I think we should just skip this, or what do you think? Should we just leave it since we are going through the same steps? If somebody should talk. Oh. Hello, is anybody even hearing me since? Oh God. Hello.
Yes, we're hearing you.
Ah.
Um,
Okay.
Hey, you should skip it.
Okay, alright. Cause me no be like saying na only me dey speak. Cause I just feel like maybe my network has gone. So that is the first route. This is the first route. You set the second one and the third one. Now you set it as you set this guy. But this third one, you are not setting anything for it. What you want to do is you want to send message to what? The Slack channel for the failure in enrichment. So that is what you are doing here. So what you add is what? A Slack. So once we create a Slack, we are still going to use Slack often in this automation. So you create a Slack and you find what is it? Send a message. So send a message. You can see it here. So once you click on the message, it will now ask you, do you want to send it to a user or a channel? So you can see you have the two. So if you want to send it to their channel, that means you will create a channel for them, or you tell the company to create channel. And you once you get this token, they will give you access to their Slack through a token. So this is how you connect your this guy. This is how you connect it. So if you are using your own account, you just come here, click on this, you connect it automatically. But if you are willing to use a token, you come here and get access token and secret key for you to connect with somebody else's own. If they share it with you and you put it here, it will connect. So that is the logic behind it. So now we are using our own, and what we want to do is send a message to what? A channel. And if maybe you want, maybe they have a specific person who is attending to it, that means you will try and get the persons as what? As a user. Then from a list, you know, there will be certain access which the Slack account has. So those people you can message, we have them here, and that is what you now add. We add the person here. So for the message text, you put something like, I'm not going to put it actually, but let me show you what I wrote here. So maybe you might be wondering what is so what you are supposed to put. So I just put, because we are talking about an error, so I just say there is an error logging the client with the email. So I now use the person's email because that is the unique identity they can use to recognize the error. So now so there is an error logging the client with the email into Airtable, because I used CRM initially. I told you. So you use Airtable for your own when you are writing it. So and you now say kindly visit the CRM sheet, which is what our this general sheet, that Google sheet here. So you tell them to visit the Google sheet for manual verification, whether it is a normal something or it is not, it is abnormal. So they will come and do that. Omo, seeing yama yama for you. Okay, so now we've completed the first routing. Now moving on to the second routing. Let us take it out. Okay. Oh my God. So what is going on? This guy is not clean for me. Okay. So now to the second routing, what we are doing here is what? We are not sending message. The first one we use it to send message and notify the team, and we created a Trello board for them. But this one we are registering the details into our CRM, like the company CRM. We are registering the data for them automatically. And the CRM software we are using is what? Airtable. But if you want to try HubSpot, you can also give it a trial, which I did, and it shocked me and I ran. So that's why I go back. I love Airtable. So now what we are doing is we are creating or updating a record, because you don't want to register somebody twice. I think I should do the same thing I did for. Okay, let me make a copy of this. Let me make a duplicate. So because I want us to have it afresh. Okay, instead let me clear everything that is here. Let me clear everything. Oh, where is delete? Okay, so let me just delete everything. No, no, no. It's like I'm marking the heading too. Wait, I'm not marking it now. Let me delete and see. Okay, so now we have a clean air table now. So I will connect this air table. If you want to connect your own, you have to come and set all these guys up. You set them up, the client name, client company, client email, phone, status. So this one is a single select field, you can see. So because you want to create only three stuff for them. So this is what we've done in our week two. So and in the status I created three statuses, which as I created for Trello as well. You know I have three statuses here: new lead, in progress, and acquired. So those are the three you will be adding into your what your status here as well. So because you want the staff in charge of the lead to come and change it from new to what in progress as well. So when they do it in Trello, they should come and do it in what in this guy. So that is just that about that. And we are going to be connecting our year table. So we connect it joy giver. The table name is okay. Is it week 5 copy? Is it correct? I don't even know, maybe I'm correct. Okay, that's it. So week 5 copy. So you must select the actual this exact table you want to use. And you know we are doing the same thing we did in our Google Sheet. That is, we don't want to register, we don't want to record a data twice. So that is why we are matching. We want to use a certain field to match that it is going to check that field. And if it is there before, it is not going to recreate the data. But if it is not there, it will create another one for it. That's why we are using create or update. So this guy, we don't have anything related to IDA. Just remove it, and you now look for what you want to use to match is our email, which is the unique data we have. And you see it has bring a box for the email. So what you want to be in the email is what the user email here. You drag it and drop it here. So we have the email. Okay, 612. It's like we still have more time. And the name, you take name, first name. I'm not even supposed to have separate this guy. This one is just stressing me, first name and last name differently. But sha, it's for the data to be neat. That's why I prefer it this way sha. So then the client company, you come to where company name, this guy, company name, their phone number. So please don't make mistake when you are mapping your data, because this is like you see some a company who is trying to work with another company having over 65 employees. So you should know they are a big company. So you don't want to mess up when you are presenting yourself to them. So status, you use a single select. So now you should make so if you did not select anything here, that means when you create a new set of record, the status field is going to be empty, like nothing is going to be showing here, but we want new to be showing here. So you click on it and you now choose your new. I forgot, let me show you how I did this guy, but it is not okay sha. You see, you use a single select, use a single select and okay, you can see these are the data I added. You see I use new, in progress, acquired. So if you want to add another one, click on add option, you put the name enter, add option enter so that's how to do the single select. So just for to avoid error while creating your own. So I think that is, so you just pick the new. We want the new to be our default, and the demo request is this guy. You map him and put him here. And also you need to note, okay, this guy is going to give me error because I knew it was the first time I did it. It gave me error, so it is going to give us error. You see, I later use a code. because it was saying it is in boolean or something. I don't even know. So attachment, all these guys are not necessary. So we want to run it. Let me run it first to see the error. It will show the error. You can see we have the error here. You can see that. Now this is the code I now use, like the format of the of the oh, tough. Let me just say the format of the input I use. So this is how it now looks like. You can see. So this was AI generated. I don't want to disturb myself to be so. But what it is saying there is like it is giving the command to this so it is giving command to the guy that okay, if it is true, okay, he said the demo request is going to be true or false, so it will now pick one of the two. Now let me run it again. So if you are seeing an error, you can use this ask assistant. You see this guy, you can click on it. It will tell you like okay, possible error that you are having, and you can also suggest possible solution to it. So it is executing the node. You know the air table is blank when I showed you the other time. So you are seeing now. So I'm not doing magic. If your own is not showing, you are not doing it correctly. That's why I cleared everything for you to see it from afresh. So everything that's shown in my air table now, all the 30 data are now there. Now after you created your Airtable, okay, there is something I set. They said we should what? We should retry the node. We should retry it. So and if you want to rename your node, okay, you can just come here and type. So you know you are just record. We are recording what? Record CRM. So like this. So now in that assignment, I read to you that we have to what retry twice, which guy Ibe was talking about the other time. So that one that they said you should require a okay, this guy retry twice before logging failure. So that is what we want to set here now. You go to the settings and you retry it on fail. So I've explained what it means. You can if you just join us, you can go and check. You understand what I'm saying. So you don't want to stop the workflow. You don't want to stop it. You want to continue using what error output. So that is what we have here. And we let us execute again, and you now see that nothing is going to be added to the air table because we've already tell it that okay, if the data if the data exists, it should not add anything. So it is only when it doesn't exist that it is going to add another row. So you can see it is still at 30. And okay, this guy, okay, so it has updated it, and let us check. So you can see it is still at 30. Yeah, I'm not using juju at all. If your own is not working, check the error, check it properly. So you now see we have double exit. So if you are now the error output, they said you should send it to what the Slack team. That okay, while this automation was trying to register a CRM, there was an error, it cannot register it, and you want to send message to what to their Slack team to tell them about the error, and you just put the details here. So just connect it the way you connected the Slack the for that time, the way we did this guy. So connect it that way. And okay, let me show you the format of the message I'm sending for the error. So this is the format of the message. So this is the format of the message I sent. There is an error logging the client with blah 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 into what HubSpot. So this will now be what Airtable CRM record. Kindly visit the okay. Let me cook my copy so that it will not be like you don't understand what I'm saying. So it's just a simple logic. You come and put it here because it is an error. Come here, open it, open this guy, and this message text is what I'm talking about. So and you can see this JSON guy is not showing green color or red as it normally should. It is because there is no output from that exit, the exit that we connected. So there is no output coming out from this guy. Everything is going out through the what the success node. So the error node has no exit. So that is why you are seeing it blank. And these guys too, those ones that are success, they say you should send what a message to them. You send a message to them telling them that okay, there is a new lead that we've successfully gotten, So you tell them, oh yeah, you don't eat am, we don't hammer, we don't get another lead o. So you just create, you call, you can, or you will, is this thing doing me like this? So now you can see the message format here. This is how I created the format. So you can do something like this, and it is just mapping, and you should be doing this. Do Baba. Okay. So where is it? Honestly, I pray you all understood this thing. Please don't feel it is bulky, or so if you feel it is bulky, you might get intimidated and feel like you cannot do it. So just do it step by step. If you rush, see, you get overwhelmed, and on the long run you will leave it. You have to do it step by step. Follow the route as you are creating it here. So now you want to send a message to what, to the maybe a user in their what, in their Slack channel, or you want to send it to their channel, you can send it to their channel. I created a channel for this purpose, and I name it all diversity training days. So, and it is a simple text message, and it is in form of expression. You now put what, all the details, you'll be mapping them one by one. You put this starting point. We have name, we have email, we have blah blah blah. So you now be mapping it from here and be putting them in front of it. So please don't say it is too much, like you can't understand what I'm doing. And this guy, you replace it with the here sheet, the sheet link. So that is what I did here. If you execute it, this thing will run. But I don't want to send this guy, all this 30 is too much. So if I want to run it, I will first of all use a limit to reduce what I'm sending out. But you can run your own, it will work. Now the last route. So the last route, you you want to send, this one is meant for what, based on what we explained before. It is meant for sending messages, right? So it is meant for sending a Google message if they requested for demo, or they do not request, and that is what we are concerned with. So now we have two condition. If they requested for demo, send them a demo message. If they do not request for it, send them a thank you message. So that is why we are using an if node. So if we are having like three conditions, we are going to be using an if node as we did here. But now we have only two. That's why we are using if node. So if this, do this, otherwise do that. So that is what if node is working for. And what we want to check is what, the demo request. Do they request for demo? Yes. So if they requested for demo, okay, this demo is false, right? False. So if they requested for demo, okay, let me use true, so that we will not get confused. So that means if this guy is true, this demo request, if it is true here, that means the client, while they are filling their form, that question you ask them, that do you want a demo, they now choose yes. That is why we are having true. So maybe you have it true or false in your own form, or you have yes or no. It is whatever you are having there that you'll be writing here. If it is yes, so you put yes. So that means anybody that wants a demo, ensure you talk with this guy. So anybody that wants a demo will now come out through the true exit. Anybody that do not want to be coming out through the false exit. So let us execute it and see the output. So you are now seeing we have 15 output. 15 as true and 15 as what, false. That means this 15 which is true are the 15 guys that requested for demo. These are the guys that requested for demo, and the false are the guys that do not want demo. So this is 623 already, and I will be going to mosque by 6:50. So I'm trying to speed up. So that means those that come out of here, this true, those that come out of this true, they want demo. You want to send a demo message to them, and what we are using is what, a mail. That means we'll be using a Gmail node. And what we are doing is we want to send a message. We want to send a message. We want to send a message. So, and by the way, this they drop uh, uh a folder in the announcements group. Please, you guys should all give it a try. Just look into it and practice. We have like I think 15 different projects to work on inside uh that document. So go and download it and look into it. So I've started my own today. And another thing I will say is don't base everything on anything. Try to mix anything and mix them together, because once you are done you want to go out and work with somebody. Some people or some of the company does not know how to operate anything. So if you are creating anything automation for them, they don't want. What they want is make. And now all you understand is anything. So how are you going to work with them? So that's why I'm now suggesting, if you want to work with the please, who is that? If you want to work with the document they drop, divide the project into two. One one set you'll be working with them on make, and the other set you'll be working with them on anything. So that way you'll be versatile, in the sense that you can use anything and at the same time you can still use make based on what they requested for. So please put that into attention. Work with make and also work with anything. Do not base yourself on one platform to avoid error or story that touches. So I think that is clear. Go and download the document. It's in the class, in the announcement group. Download it. Look into the assignment. Do it one after the other. Me, I've started doing my own today. So I'm just saying, let me share this with you too, because it will be helpful for all of us. Now, who you are sending the email to, this email node, who you are sending it to, it is the user email, this guy. So they all have different emails. So you want to send email to this mail. Now the subject is what? The subject is what they will see is okay. Thank you. Are we with the okay? This is the if one, right? That means they want a demo. So they want a demo. Let me just copy the. So anything that is coming out through the true node, that means they want demo. Don't forget. Now come and copy these demo messages I have here. The demo messages. So I have your demo is confirmed. Your demo is confirmed, and the demo, the text of the email. So now you come here. So the subject is your demo is confirmed, and the body is what? Let us go and choose the expression. And the body is this blah blah blah, which I copied now. So something like this. This is how you want it to look like. So, and if you are setting it up now, you say hello. When you are receiving mail, I don't know, maybe you've noticed this before. If they send a mail to you, once you sign up like this, you will receive a mail immediately. So you'll be wondering who is sending the message. So you too, you are doing something for somebody that is going to be doing the same thing for them. So now you just take their first name and put it in front of I. That means once they sign up, it will just say I Lawal. My name will show up here. I Lawal, based on the data I submitted. So now it will now say thanks for requesting a demo with us. And now say our team is excited to show you uh, how this their company can benefit from our service. So when, because they requested for a demo, I say when tomorrow. I now created the Calendly, or this Calendly. I don't know, maybe you know about it. Like they created the demo readily, but it's like anytime you click on it, you can watch the demo. You can watch it anytime. So that is what I use for my own link. So the thing we just have to go and create a Calendly something. But if you want to go there's another route. There is a calendar. I don't even know. Maybe it is a node or an API that you can be using to be generating uh, new, like fresh link, like fresh date and time for their demo. So the calendar node will work for that. So and they say best regard. This is my name. So I now say I am the HR team lead. So and if you execute this now, it will be sending mail to these mails, but they are not real mails, which is why this mail will not run. it is not going to run. So you see, it is saying it sent 0000 because the receiver are not real. So that's why you are seeing 000. You use a real mail, you will receive it. So that is for them, and that is off. Now the other work is now on the what? The those that do not requested for them. So you want to thank them for showing interest in what? In the company's service. So you want to, now what you need is also a Gmail node. A Gmail node. Gmail node, you send a message as well. You are sending a message. So to the to who is receiving it, it is the email. So and the subject of the mail will be different from the one you are using for your demo. Please note that you are sending this to those people who want to get the product. See, I'm almost out of time. That's why I was rushing from start. I don't know. We later got slowed. But I pray we can finish it before this time for mosque. So this subject, so you can create your own format. I'm using my own, and the body is going to be something like this thing I'm using, so you can see. So and this is a thank you message. Don't make a mistake. That's why I said the virtuoso appreciate. I'm just saying the virtuoso is our company's name. Appreciate the new lead. So now this is now the body of the message. So you put their first name, you come and carry it and put it here. You put it here. Then sure. So now you have it. Now you now say thank you for getting in touch with us. We receive your details and so and don't make a mistake. They haven't buy the product. They are just lead. So you should know how to compose the message. You don't say thank you for purchasing. So they just show interest in the product. So that's why I send this type of message to them. And if you execute it, everything is going to flow. And they said after the first message you sent, and ensure to be renaming your nodes, please ensure to be renaming them. That will make your work look more professional. So this is a demo message, right? You say message demo message, something like this. So and this guy is what? A thank you message. So you now put the thank you message. But for time purpose, I won't be able to be doing this. So now they said after this first thank you message you sent, you do what? You wait for 3 days. If no status update, send reminder email. So now, if no status update, that is what you need to put into consideration. And the first thing is you wait for 3 days. You wait for 3 days. That's why we are using a wait node. So how many days okay, after time interval, right? So and we are waiting for how many days? 3 days. So 53 bow. Let me quickly delete everything. So 3 days, and we are using days, right? So days. But when you are running your automation, because the first one I did, I used 3 days. See, if you put 3 days, voila, if you run this thing, you wait for 3 days before it's proceed to the next step. So that's why I use seconds for my automation, just to test it. So when you are ready to uh to put it for the team, like you want to give it to them to use, you can now come and change it to days. But for you to confirm what you set up is really working, just put 3 seconds. So that means anything that is coming from here, for it to pass to this place, like for it to pass from here to here, it is going to take that interval I set. So I said 3 seconds. That means for this data to go from here to here, they wait for 3 seconds. So if you put 3 days, for them to go from here to here, they wait for 3 days. Kajiko to. That is clear now. Now after you waited for 3 days, they said what? You should check whether there is any update in the client's status. You should check. So that's why we are now using what? We are checking our CRM, which is what? Our Airtable. And by doing that, we are going to be using a search node. We want to search the data from our Airtable. Now you find Airtable node, and you want to search, so you can see the search records. So search records. So we are connecting our table. I'm connecting my table. So this is the base. The table is a copy, right? Something copy, yeah, this guy. Then the formula we'll be using, let me go and copy the formula from here. So because I'm using my email, Hey Omo, it is raining here. Rain has started here. I pray my network do not fly away. So we are using this formula. So what it's saying is it is going to check this client email feed, and it will now put this guy that is here, this one. So if this guy is the one that is present in the client email, this client email in the Airtable feed. Okay, let me show you. Like this our the client email. Let us go and let me show you the table, the row rather, the feed rather. So you can see this is the client email feed. So now it will now check, is it this email, this one that is here, this one and this one. If they are the one that is showing in that record, it will bring everything here. I don't know, maybe you get. If this email, this one and this one, I want to search, I want to go and search. Sorry, can you hear me? It is raining here, please. If you cannot hear me, kindly notify me, so I will increase my voice, please. So that means it is going to search for the email feed. It will now check, is it this is same email that we are sending inside that is there. If it is this email that is there, that means it will bring all the data back for us. It will bring it for us. And we are working with those that actually purchase the product, that actually showed interest without requesting for demo. Now that's why we are having 15 items. Everything was 30, but the remaining 15 are going through those that want demo. So those that don't want demo, we send them a thank you message. Here. So you can see we have 15 of them. We send a thank you message to them, and after the thank you message, we waited for 3 days. Now we want to go and check again with their data in our CRM. This is our CRM that we record. We want to check, have they done any updates on their data. Now let me go and do this thing. Let me do it like this. Let's say they have worked on, is this 30? Okay. I'm coming. Let me, we are working with those that don't want the demo request. Now we're supposed to have 15 data coming out. Now let me change this guy from new. I will put it into in progress. Let me put another one too. I'm putting those that are false in progress. That means I've changed 2 of them. I've changed these 2 guys from new. Sorry, what is it? So I've changed them from new to in progress. Now we now go and check. So before you are supposed to have 15 outcome. If I run the node, like if I run this wait node, I'm supposed to have 15 outcome. Okay, I've not run this node yet. So let me run it. So it will send input for me. So it is now sending the input for us. We now have 15 inputs. Like we have 15 emails that are going inside. 15 emails that are going inside of this guy. So what is this? Okay, so it sent all the 15 emails into this guy. Now we now want to check. Okay, so what we are going to check is we use the code that client emails. This client email equals to the JSON that is. I don't understand this guy. I'm coming. Let me check. I'm coming. I'm having an error. Sorry, please. I'm sorry. I want to be sure of what is. Oh, it is like I'm getting my data from. Let me know this guy. I'm coming please. Yeah, I think this is where the problem is. This is where the problem is. Okay. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. You know, the input for this guy is because I've paid this guy. So that is why it is not changing. What I want to do here is I don't want to connect it to my mail because the output from this guy is in a different format. Let me run it again. It has taken all my data. So, okay, let me run it again, Jack. So sorry, let me run it again. I want to show us something. So, you look at the output from here. You see the output. This is not in the format we need. You know, this is not the format we needed. That's why we are having all these guys. And we are using a wait node. That means whatever is coming out from here will be what is going to enter here and proceed to the next stage. So, to avoid this, we shouldn't be connecting this guy directly to our mail. Instead, let us connect it to here. So I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm doing now. So that means the input will be coming from here, not from Gmail again. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, before our input is in form of ID, blah blah blah. But now you can see we have something sensitive. And we now have our mails that are showing here. So and this is what will pass through our wait node. So but this thing is still doing the same thing actually. After you send this one, this is sent on the first day. This guy will now wait for 3 days before it executes. So after waiting for 3 days, it will collect all the data from here and pass it from here to this here table search record. So now the search record, you want to map the data from here and use the email, this one. This is the one that is here. That is the email here. So you can actually look at what I did. So please look at this thing very well. You see this client's email, the way it is being written here is the same way it was written here. You can see it is the same way it was written here. Client with this apostrophe s email. It is the same way that it was written here. If it is not the same way, it will not read that. It is not going to read that field. It is not going to read it. So it must be exactly the way you type your own. If you did not put this s in your own, so you are not going to be adding it to this bracket. So now after you do this guy, let me now pick this guy. Let me show you how I got this one. So it will not be like, so now you just come here. You see I'm having these two something, this guy and this guy. So you now come and pick this guy from here and drop it at the center. This is what I did. So you can also do the same thing. That is all. So I don't want us to miss any step. So, do you get what I did here? I believe everybody should get it, sha. So once you do it like this, now you now execute the step. But you know, I've changed some things. These guys, they don't want a demo, but you know, they don't want a demo. That means you've sent a thank you message to them, but the team, the sales team, they have already toggled them from new to in progress. That means they are working on these guys. They are working on them. So now your okay, let me do the so that means we have two guys that are that are in progress. Now let me go and show you the let me execute this one. You know we are searching, and what we are using to search is our email. That means if this email exists in our email feed, it will bring out their data here. That is what we are doing, so that it will not bring everything for you. If you don't specify like this, it will bring all the data for you, even those ones that do not want them and those ones that want, it will bring. But since we want you specify what you want, that okay, from this input check, do we have any of them that is existing in that crm. That's why we are having this thing. Now let us go and look at their status. So you can see the status. Now these guys are new. Now you can see this in progress. This is the one I changed. You can also see these guys too. These two are now in progress. So that means this our next stage. If you run it, nothing is going to be sent to them because the team is working on them already. Please, do you get it? I think somebody want to speak. So what we are doing next is now our if node, and what we are checking is our status. So so we are running our if node if so we are adding our if node to the here table output. Now what we are checking is what? The status. Where is status? So this status. So we are checking our status, and what we are checking there is if it is equal to what? If it is equal to new, this new, you see the way it is being typed here, capital letter N, small letter E and small letter W. We type the same thing, new. So if it is new, that means it is going to send it out through the true exit, and those that are not new will be sent out through the false exit. Let us execute this. So you can see now, you can see we have these guys who are true. Their status is still in new. That's why they are coming out as true. Those ones that are changed to in progress, you can see them. They are now coming out of false. This false exit, they are the one coming out of here. The new ones that has not been attended to, they are coming out of the true exit. Hey, please, do we get it? Please let me hear somebody's voice. Do we get what I did?
Please, me, I didn't get this particular place.
You
Please.
did not get it. Okay, what I did here is in that assignment they said if they want demo, send a demo message to them. If they don't want demo, send a thank you message to them. So after we now send a thank you message to them, wait for 3 days. Like this is just a follow-up message. Like, do you know what a follow-up message means? Like when you send somebody a message and you expect the sales team to have been working on this lead, but maybe they forget to work on him, or maybe the lead was supposed to do something that he did not do. So now you want to send another message to him after 3 days that what happened? Why haven't you been do this? Why haven't you do that? But now we are not using our lead. We are using the team. Like the team are not working on it. So that is what we do here. I don't know, maybe you get. So before 3 days, the team supposed to have been working on this lead. It's supposed to have taken from new to in progress. Like when it is in progress, they are working on it. That is what it means. So being in new like this, all these guys that are new, that means they have not done anything on them. They have not done anything. So those ones that are in progress, the sales team are attending to them already. So now you want to check if the team has not done anything on these guys. That's why you are now sending a message to them again. So maybe in that message you now say, please, since they have not worked on it, on this new lead, you now say click so link to drop a message for the sales team. Is it clear now?
Yes, yes, I get.
Please don't pretend. Oh. Please don't pretend. Is it clear? Okay, okay. So, oh yeah, let us just assume it is clear. So that means we already have what this guy, our we send a message after the 3 days we waited. So don't forget, I'm using 3 seconds. So if you are putting it out for them to deploy this guy, change it to days because you want it to wait for 3 days before you send the next email. And to send the mail, we are checking whether they have attended to the lead or not. So that's why we are now collecting the data. We went to our Airtable and collect all the data. So and these are the status we actually need, but we collected all the data from the Airtable. After we collected it, we are now using our if node to say okay, if this status is still new, let it come out through the true branch, and if it is not new, let it come out through the first branch. And what this is doing is that only those that their status are new are the ones we want to be sending a follow-up message to. We'll be sending our follow-up message to this guy that are new. So now from here you now add a Gmail node, which is the final message as the follow-up message. Soyeba omo, class is silent. Please, do we get it to this stage?
I'm following. I don't know about others.
Alright, thank you. So please try to follow us. But if you like, don't talk. Me, I shall don't ask questions several times to know whether there is anybody being left behind or not. Eh? Alright. Please speak up. After where? After where? Please increase your voice. You said after where? Type form. This one. What do I do? What? Oh, maybe you did not join us from the start. Please just try and watch the replay. You get what we did. Do you hear me? Eh? What do you say? Like what we did here is we are bypassing the hunter.io and the likes. We bypassed it using this code node. So I explained what is inside the code before. So it's because that is actually something you get once you like watch the replay. So I don't want to know whether, but do you get the last part? Oh, thank you, boss. Oh, so thank you for getting it. So please, you get this code node. It is not okay. So the last message now.
Baba, don't forget to send the code though.
Okay, I will send it. Thank you for reminding me. So now the last part, this is the email format I use. And if you feel like you can use it, or you can even prompt ChatGPT to give you an email you can send. So oh, I'm sending, I'm not getting. Send. So I want to send a message, and you are sending it to their mails. This is the email. You put it here. So the title, the heading, and the body. So this is the body I use here. So this is the body I use. This one will start everything for me. Yeah, so this is the body I use. You can see it. So I say hi, the client's name. I wanted to follow up to make sure you receive our earlier message. We would love to learn more about your needs and see how we can support your company. So that is what I did here for the follow up. So maybe you are now going to add to your own that they should click a certain link to meet to talk with the sales team. So please, omo, we have come to the end. We have come to the end. Everything I did here now, you see, it is not in a normal shape. So you can see it looks like avatar shape. So the shape doesn't really matter. It is for the automation to run. Na that one go na im matter. So that means we are done with everything, and how it is going to look like this. Let me refresh. So please, we get everything I did here, right? Please talk, I want to clear everything now. I will show you how these ones look like. So that is how your setup is going to look like. I'm going to clear everything now, and we go back to my previous assignment without all this add up which I did here. Please, can I refresh? Nobody is talking o. One,
Refresh, refresh.
two, three. Thank you. Oh God. And today is Sunday sha. So now you load. You now see how it will look like when you are done with yours. So this is how it will now look like when you are done with yours. So you can see now, this is what we need. So this is just what we need. So but here, you are going to add a new Trello for the person. Please just go and watch how to create a Trello board. But if you don't get it, how much should I promise? But if you don't get it, sha, you can send a DM. I will see if I can do something on that. So thank you very much, and thank you for allowing me to present to you today. And lastly, you see I'm using two triggers here. It is possible. So you can execute your workflow through a click trigger, and you can use it through a type form. So also you can be using a type form and that Google sheet which I explained before at the same time. So that is just the logic that is here. So if you want to execute, just come here and click which one you want to use. Yeah. Oh, okay. So everyone, thank you. I'm going to mosque straight away. I'm going to mosque straight away.
Can you
It's
drop the
time already.
code now?
The code. I will add it to the folder. I will add it to the folder, please. I will once I compress the video.
Will it be copyable?
Sure. You just